Well, Simon, just talk about what was your reaction when you heard you were goaltender of the month in January?
I think it was good. It was nice. It's a nice award to get, and I think that we had a good January as a team, and usually it reflects back on the goalie. So it was definitely with the help of my teammates. I appreciate that award. It was great to get it.
You're so humble, but you're up for a couple of awards, Mike Richter award list and Hobie Baker candidate stuff. I know it's hard to talk about your impact on the team, but just give us an idea of is that a burden for you? Does it feel like a lot of pressure, or do you thrive on that? How does that feel?
Yeah, I enjoyed that challenge. I mean, it's always nice to collect those awards, but that's not my primary goal. I want to win a championship here, and that's where we are kind of going, and that's my goal. So it's nice to get those awards during the season. It's kind of just more like I would say like deserve for the work I do, but that's not the primary goal.
Simon, talk about that 16-round shootout on Friday night. What was that like in net?
Yes, it was not an easy game. It was not an easy game, but Denver is a good team, and I need to be at my absolute best to give a team to give a chance to win a game to my team. And 16 rounds is a lot. I don't think that ever happened to me before. But even when I allowed a goal, one of my teammates scored a goal, so it was always kind of great to keep going there. But I had to keep myself motivated. It was easy to just give up because I was tired, but I was happy with the way I handled it.
We talked a little bit earlier this season with another player about shot blocking. Does it help you when you can see what's going on, or do you like it when they go down and block shots, or what's the strategy there?
It helps when I can see it, but that's how the games go usually. Like there is some tip or screen in front of me, it's a bad bounce and it goes in. I mean, many teams play hockey that way and score goals that way. So it's definitely a skill to have on the offensive side, but also on the defensive side to clear those rebounds, and by me to save that puck and find the puck through the traffic and be able to save even the tipped pucks.
I know Saturday was a tough night, Simon. What are your thoughts on that game, and is that maybe going to motivate you the rest of the way?
Yeah, good thing that Saturday was already in February, I guess. But yes, I like the challenges. I mean, as I said, Denver is a good team, and I need to be at my absolute best to win the game. And that's another challenge we need to face as a team, and I'm excited about it.
What do you know about Duluth coming in?
They're a good team for sure, but we need to play our game, and I think that we have played our game most of the games recently, so we need to kind of come back to it, and I hope that everything's going to go the way we want. We are going to put all the effort in it and try to win the game.
Simon, how do you feel like you've improved this year from your first couple of years here in Omaha?
Yes, I improved a lot. I think that I have a consistent approach and schedule, so I think I'm improving day by day and month to month or year to year with the support of the coaches. And I think that I have all resources here to help me develop, so I'm really grateful for that, and I enjoy it to get better here. And yes, the coaches helped me a lot here.
Talk about being a student athlete at UNO. I know school is probably not your favorite, but as an international student, how difficult is it for you to balance work and school? Well, work being hockey.
Yeah. I think it's important to just stay disciplined and do the work ahead of time, be nice to the teachers, and I think that's usually the things that help me along my way. But yeah, I mean, hockey is my primary focus. I don't have that much time to focus on school, but yes, I know I need to do it, and I have been doing it the way that benefits me in the hockey, but also having a good grades.
All right, thanks.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon. Good job, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job. Lots of questions for Simon. Yeah. Holy.
Okay, take questions for Coach.
All right, Mike, let's just get your thoughts on that interesting weekend in Denver. First, the kind of ran the gamut Friday night and then Saturday night.
Yeah. Obviously, really entertaining game on Friday night there, back and forth, and going the 16-round shootout. The first time I've been a part of something like that too. So pretty exciting for, like Simon said, pretty exciting that I think Slippick kept it alive one time, Pianini kept it alive, and then obviously Crenson getting the big shootout winner there. And I just ran into his parents after, and I think they had 18 family members there or something. So that was pretty neat to see Crenson get that result. Probably should have put him earlier, but it was great win. And then obviously not our night on Saturday night, not how you want to follow up that Friday night, but again, at the end of the day, if you get supposedly one big win in Denver, that's not a bad weekend against a team like that. So yeah, just keep learning, keep growing, and on to the next challenge here.
Was that your message to the team then after Saturday night? Just kind of throw that one away. We came out of here with 2 points. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think just again we got to look at where we can be better at. Obviously there's room for growth there, and so you can't sweep it under the rug completely, but you also have to be good at moving on from things like that. And I think whether it's a 1-goal loss or the loss like we had, it's a loss, and you got to move on and get better. But you have to also reflect back on it and how do we learn and grow from it. So we did exactly that and had a really good skate the last couple of days, very intense, and guys are just hungry to keep improving, which is I think why we're at where we are right now from the season. Just that growth all season long. So just got to keep at it.
Were there any lessons that came out of Saturday, especially that second period?
Yeah, I think you just got to be careful about. I thought we didn't commit as much on Saturday, and what I mean by that is you have to engage and you have to just kind of trust yourself to go out there and play. And when you start watching against good teams, I think that's where it can hurt you a little bit there, right? So you could kind of feel just that dip of, oh boy, and then you start watching and you don't engage, and then your compete level drops a little bit because you're watching, and again, it's not because the players are trying to do those things. It's just human nature when you're in those that type of situation. So it's an area we can work on, right? You can work on your mindset there and work on kind of flushing the previous play that happened or the previous situation you're in, and you got to move on and be ready for the next shift. So some really good stuff there for us to learn and grow from and continue to get better.
I'm not sure anybody's ever have to deal with this, but toward the end of that shootout Friday, were you looking down the bench to see who was left? And
Yeah.
do you get to a point where you might have to have a backup goalie go out there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you start over? Or?
I think it starts over.
Okay.
I think it starts over there. But yeah, but I think we were 3 players away there, and you almost you start to forget who's gone and who hasn't gone and all that good stuff there. But yeah, what an event there, and obviously to come away with the shootout win was awesome for the guys, and fun experience to go through, right? It was an emotional game. We were up and then tied, and they came back, and just some really good, I think Simon said, I think it was a very tiring, which maybe you saw leak over a little bit to Saturday, very emotional, tiring, and really did a good job sticking with it, facing the adversity, and obviously I think we got back to the hotel around 11 something at night just because of the length of the game there. So, but hey, like I said, we'll take the 2 points and take the big shootout win.
Some positives out of last weekend. The power play really was clicking. Did you guys figure some stuff out, or what was the reason for that to really kind of come alive last weekend?
Yeah, I think it's been good for us the last number of weekends. Even in Miami, had some big goals for us. St. Cloud, I think it was able to put it away there, and then got us up even 2-0 on Saturday night. So that's been good. I think a lot of the concepts of a few things, don't want to get into too much detail on here, but just some things that we're improving at. We got to continue to improve on those things, and great to see come up with some timely goals again this weekend, which has been crucial for us for coming up with all these wins.
Let's talk about Duluth, Coach. I think they were off last week, so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of a rested team against a team that just came off 2 tough games.
Yeah, and they had Denver before us, so obviously they've been in the battle there too. And just watching, very young team, very talented. I think nine draft picks on their roster, so you can tell they have the elite talent there, and I think they're kind of finding their way a little bit as well too there. But just watching their last couple of games, went toe to toe with Denver, so we know what type of opponent they are coming in here, and we'll have to be ready to go, but also confidence in what we've been doing and have to continue to do to be successful. So looking forward to a good weekend.
Talking about them being a rested team compared to we're a little banged up right now. Can you talk about where Tanner is in terms of his return? And then I saw Cam very frustrated coming off the ice on Saturday. How's he doing? And Miles? And
Unfortunately been bit by the injury bug again here with Hillman. And Pinanimi was unavailable. Norland was unavailable on Saturday. Latkoczy. And then obviously Mitchell there. So a couple of guys just kind of day by day a little bit here right now. Tanner Latkoczy is still out, long term right now. So I'm not sure what the update is. Actually just saw him here before, so I'll catch up with him after the press conference here. But yeah, those other guys are kind of day by day, and we'll see who's available. So. But again, I don't mind playing lots at this time of year, to be honest. I think, guys want to play at this time of year, and obviously we have a bye coming up in a couple weeks, so I think it'll be perfect timing to maybe let some of those injuries heal up. But excited to get back after it and keep playing. And at this time of year, I want to play games, man. I want to compete and play games, and I think the guys are the same as me. So I'm looking forward to being playing the next couple weekends here.
Talk about the impact of the crowd coming up, because this is going to be a big weekend. What would you like to see from fans this weekend? It's cowbells and country night. Do we want lots of cowbell action? What are you thinking?
Yeah, 100%. I think our administration and team has done an awesome job, coming up with different themes and getting the energy going in the building and making sure that we're people are there to have a good time and celebrate. And again, on the bench, you kind of lose the fact that it's going on. And I think I might have talked about it last week, just listening to a podcast with Brad Stevens. He's the basketball coach. I really admire him, and he was talking about not getting to enjoy that stuff as a coach as much, and trying to find time to look around and walk around and just appreciate just what it feels like in our building. And I know, talking to our director of hockey operations and our student manager, that they're just like, man, that was an unbelievable atmosphere. So it's cool. It's cool. I don't get to see it as much as the fans get to experience it, but you can feel it, and it's there, and we're so grateful to have that. So I think just keep on rolling. I think it's been awesome, and all the support's been tremendous.
Coach, talk about Simon and the progress he's made here in his third season that you went out.
Yeah, well, just first off, you can get a little bit taste of it. I know he's got the language, English is his second language, but just get a taste of just his mental discipline, like he said, just even with school and hockey, you can tell that disciplined approach is so important. And I was telling our guys today, actually, the higher the level, the more that matters. When you're a little bit younger, you can be really talented and just be good because you're good. And I think the higher the level, the best practicers are the best guys that are performing the games the best. And it's more and more true the more I get at this. There's just no denying it, man. The guys that practice certain ways, they perform in the games. The guys that don't, they don't. When it gets harder, they don't perform. When the guys that do it all the time, they perform. You resort back to your kind of training when what hits the fan, right? So I think it's really impressive, and he's the guy that does that. Very, very routine driven, very disciplined, same approach, has a very leadership quality about him, even though maybe he's not an assistant captain or captain. I think he could be. And I think that earns respect from his teammates by the way he does things day in, day out, and done a great job working with Pete. And I've seen a lot of growth in his game too. He's always been good, but I think if you really pay attention to his game, he's really taken steps in the right direction. And Coach Aubrey's done a great job. Simon's done a great job, and it's been fun to see his development, and excited to keep watching him down the stretch here.
Talking about leaders, do you keep track of some of the old Bulls from last year? They're really making an impact in their next step. Do you keep track of that? Yeah,
100%. It's been great just texting with Victor Mancini and Ty Mueller, and Jack Randall was just here for the American League All-Star break, so got to see him. He came back. Nolan Sullivan was just back. Omaha sucks you in, man. Like I tell our recruits, people just don't realize how great it is here till they live here and they get to experience here, and then they don't want to leave. And so it was awesome to have those guys back in town, and obviously Ty Mueller making the American League All-Star game, and pretty special, right? Both those guys could be on our team this year, and one guy's in the NHL, the other guy's in the American League All-Star game, and that's pretty special from a program standpoint. So couldn't be more happy for theirs. Matty Miller's doing really well. You go up and down the list, just kind of neat to see those guys having success, and not surprising they helped our team have success last year as well. Awesome. Okay. Do you want to do a...
We're going to do that after.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
When you guys want to do that?
We're gonna put you on the spot
Okay.
in the press
Could've handled it, I
conference.
could've handled it.
think